Well, you know what time it is? It's time for the rest of Orfevre's in real life lore. Yay! But first, special thanks to Pastel de Vicalo for requesting a funding this on sponsor. Link to the pin if you want to request a video yourself. Now let's go. The Arc!
Where to even begin? For this campaign, the team made a change to replace the jockey with Sumion after Orfevre won his prep race. Although many teams were holding back for the main race, it was clear Orfevre was a horse able to win the Arc. So seeing another superstar from Japan coming here, Franz Gallop was very pleasant and said, "Who is this horse?" At the time, the concept of international racing was still developing. Europe did not know very much about Japanese racing. They knew about the Japan Cup, and that accounted for half of their understanding. The second half was simply they knew Japan wanted to win the Arc. But for Europe, the Arc was also a matter of pride. The way each team prepared for this race was completely different from others. And with the withdrawal from Snow Fairy and Tangerine, remaining 18 horses, 9 of them are G1 winner. If Europe wanted to stop Orfevre from winning,
What is that?
Bro, that's the only way, bro.
they will either need a generational lock-in or for this horse to have a generational choke.
Oh no.
And then, you can't even make this up, they got both of them. Barrier
Oh
selection.
my gosh.
The Gate of Death at Longchamp. I honestly can't recall a single horse that has ever won the Arc from that
So sad.
track condition. One of the softest in the 21st century. Terrible for the high-speed running style typical of Japanese horses. When the race began, Orfevre settled all the way at the rear. Understandable, but still very few horses capable of winning the Arc from last to first. And yet, under all these unfavorable conditions,
What did he do?
had hope. At the final straight, Orfevre began to unleash his incredible power, surging forward and past every single horse with ease. Victory was within reach, and then Europe began the lock-in. The Longchamp suddenly produced the greatest run of her career. Her jockey, Olivier Petier, also delivered one of the finest rides of his life, and at the worst possible moment, that thing sitting on Orfevre's neck stopped working again. Just as victory was about to be secure, he began drifting inward. But what are you doing? Still fine. He can run in as long as he...
What did he do? Oh my gosh, what were you doing?
And they've got the video, and guys, this is not funny. Don't laugh at this video when I start playing it. This is not...
No!
not funny. Don't look. Don't look at what's happening to the lady right now. She called the
Oh my gosh.
It's unlucky at the Arc, but boy, if you know people's reaction back then, fans were looking at the sim and looking at each other saying, is this r/that really happened right now? Are we living in a 2007 Tumblr post?
Apparently so.
On Twitter. People who never used Twitter was tweeting about it. The community absolutely exploded, which I can't blame them for. The things they were talking about are still talked about today. There are also the memes.
Orfevre, what are you doing?
Orfevre does not take the Arc because it does not respect the Arc.
Oh my gosh.
Was at its best form. But in truth, his action was somewhat expected by the fans. I mean, just look at what he did. Just look at what his family did. I don't know the total amount of money, but he's got to set them all-time high for the largest throw in one calendar year, and it will be very hard to top. And if you think the throw ended there,
it didn't end there.
Still the next race.
Oh no.
Trainer EK reflected. Because Orfevre was too powerful, even running him on flat ground could hurt himself. So much of his training had been conducted on narrow uphill gallop. As a result, causing him unfamiliar in the inexperienced open home straight. Still, he promised, we will train him to run in straight.
Are you sure?
Promise. And then
I doubt that. No, not again. Ow.
Back to the story. We arrive at the Japan Cup. Once again, it became a legendary race.
I like how they always say, oh, we'll do this and that, and then And then that never happens. They should have learned already. Why force? It's never gonna happen.
Just how many legendary moments do you need to leave Orfevre? And once again, it's one of the greatest field of the Japan Cup. 17 runners. Every single one was a stake winner. The early 2010s truly live up to be one of the most competitive period. Just looking at the names that appear in the Umamusume, Gentle Donna Orfevre rulership, Tosen
That's a
Jordan,
lot.
Ocean Flash, Rose Kingdom phenomenal. A lineup feel almost too perfect to be real. In my opinion, only the 2014 JC might top this field in scale. What made the race even more special was how each of these great showed their distinct personality on the track. There was rulership being rulership, Gentle Donna
does that mean?
a race that was clever and brutally efficient. Every horse on the track gave everything to win. If there was only one regret, it was Orfevre had just returned and once again drew the outermost gate. The
Oh my
fourth
gosh,
this
how-
year in the
how
most
come
outside post.
so
His
many
luck
bad
really
luck?
was no better than Buena Vista. It just felt like he was not entirely in shape. But this was also what made him terrifying. As mentioned before, Orfevre's signature pattern was the famous Makuri, like a video game character activating invincible mode. Once again, Orfevre began climbing up and up long before home.
Definitely a power. Oh, so fast! But they're still the first place one. Oh, it's getting close to the end. Go faster!
But in the final stretch, Gentle Donna showed the spirit of a true champion. When Orfevre slid into her, if it was other fillies, they would be frightened. But she didn't hesitate at all to push him aside. As Orfevre
That's
lost
funny.
momentum, Gentle Donna seized the lead and
Oh!
managed to hold on to that narrow advantage until the finish line. It's one of the most dramatic
Dang!
duels in JC.
That push to the side and then she just zooms with such strength. Dang! Orfevre, there's no way. Yep, there's no way to catch up when the momentum's lost like that.
GRA reviewed the incident and ruled the result official. Without question, Gentle Donna's classic season reminded many fans of the brilliance of her father. And the story of that era did not end there. Just
It
1
didn't?
month after, Goldship delivered another unforgettable moment in the Arima Kinyan from last to first. Very soon, others like Just Away, Lord Kanaloa, Phenomenal,
Oh, why is there a dog?
Epiphania, and so many others will rise to the scene. Together, they brought the sport back to the rise.
Wow, that is a rise.
The career
no.
of a horse is fleeting.
What was
and
his
for
destiny?
that, the time had come.
Aw,
Yet
no.
Unfortunately, most of his final year was filled with blank. After winning the Osaka High, there were rumors that the team would send him to Dubai, but not Shima Classic. There was the talk of the Dubai World Cup. It is unclear of this rumor and the plan, but it never happened. There was one goal and one goal only for him. He was born for this. In the legend of King Arthur, when the nation was searching for redemption across the land, he appeared
Of course, it's
and
Face Day
gave
night.
people that hope. He was their king, their god. But the moment he drew that sword from the stone, he must become what's furthest away from a normal human, forever bound to his fate and his tragedy. And that was the same for Orfevre. Driven by his era, he could become a king, a champion, a legend, but never a normal horse. A naughty, free-spirited horse he was. This is the weight of the Triple Crown. This was his destiny. From the moment he was crowned till the very end, he must offer everything to that destiny to claim Japan's holy grail. And in
I gotta say though, despite that, because obviously even though horses are a lot, actually animals in general are a lot smarter than we give credit, but I do feel like he's more along the lines of, I do what I want. Even if he does feel the pressure, I still feel like he's going to go down that round no matter what, just like all the others.
Will never finish that quest. After Osaka High, Orfevre was diagnosed with an injury. So much of his final season passed in silence. Yet his final year still left a profound imprint on many fans because it painted a more complete picture for the life of a legend. Watching a hero's origin story is exhilarating. Watching their rise to dominance is also thrilling. But
that's also true.
Do we witness the final phase of a legend's career. Watch when everything they have learned begins to settle into clarity. And that was the feeling Orfevre's final year left behind. Let go and pass on to the future. Letting go of his past and leaving a path for those who would follow, so the future can use him to climb to a greater height. Because the recovery came faster than expected, Orfevre
really, I guess that's a good thing.
Once again, standing beneath the shadow of Longchamp. This time, there was a huge support from the Japanese fan. Not only did Orfevre breeze through his prep race with ease, another superstar, one of Deep Impact's finest.
So there were two.
No.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was really confused.
Even Orfevre's performance last year did not fully reflect the brilliance he displayed in Japan. They still believe this year is the year they got the greatest chance. That
I don't know about that.
Anticipation was understandable. Looking back now, a layoff on a foreign soil, stronger competition, more tactical targeting from last time. Such immense hype was almost unrealistic. At the main race, the track had once again turned into a swamp.
A swamp?
Japan just sent a bolt. At the time, even Europe respected Orfevre as a major contender. And if you've been watching the discussion for the Arc in recent years, you know that's very rare for them to even consider Japanese runner a winning contender. But even then, many experts were leaning toward another horse. 2013, Europe was still living in the afterglow of Franco, and there was a horse described as in Franco mode, Trev. I won't say Orfevre had a small trip, but you simply had to acknowledge greatness. The horse in Franco mode, in her 3-year-old, Trev honored that very statement. Beneath that brilliance, Orfevre once again watched another horse deliver her performance of a lifetime. This was his fate. This was his tragedy. That year, wherever the king led, the hearts of the people followed. When he claimed the Triple Crown, he was stripped of every piece of what a normal horse was. That year, the rain fell over Paris, each drop heavy with expectation. The dream of an entire nation weighed heavy on his shoulder. That year, beneath the gray skies of Longchamp, the king met his Camlin. For the moment he accepted that mission, it was destined to be his tragedy. But if Orfevre couldn't win the Arc, then who could? In the years that followed, Japan continued to send their champions. Yet when it comes to betting, again and again they are betting on a foreign runner. But they will tell you, if Orfevre was still here, it would not be like this.
But at that point it was too late, wasn't it?
Orfevre would retire after the Arimakine. The 2013 Arimakine carried an atmosphere unlike others.
So I assume, because he didn't really make it like 100% clear, so did he get like 2nd or 3rd place or something for the Arc the second time? Because I would assume that's the case. But I'm not too surprised that, you know, he wouldn't perform as well though, because he had an injury, even if he did recover from it. Not to mention the place that he was running isn't exactly what he was trained for the entire time. Like, I honestly, at that point, if they just want to win the Arc all the time, then wouldn't it be more ideal to just train the horse to only run in that kind of soil? Or maybe it doesn't work that way. I'm not really sure. You guys can clarify that for me. But I do wonder if they couldn't just do that at the very least. Not to mention, they know like what kind of personality he has. Running straight, he says, huh? I wonder if that even happened in his final years.
It was his retirement race. Naturally, the popularity was high. Anyone who read a lifetime should tell you, this will be an easy win. But
I doubt it.
Reality was quite complicated at the time. Historically, horses came back directly from the Arc, rarely performed at their full strength. And this year had the reigning Arima champion.
Yes, gold ship.
Was amazing at Nakayama. Orfevre also spent nearly a year away from racing in Japan. Even the team said he's probably only at 80%. His goal was simply to step into retirement safely. So
May
with
that
this
happen.
reason, there was some indescribable tension going into this race. And under such tension, Ikezoe, who had been reading Orfevre far less frequently since the arc, received an unexpected letter.
Oh? His name reached heaven.
The letter was written by a 5-year-old boy who was terminally ill. In the letter, he wrote about how much he loved Orfevre, how he watched his race again and again. Because of the illness, the boy dreamed of the open world outside, the freedom of running, and he wanted to see Orfevre win one more time. When Ikezoe read the letter, who was a father himself, was deeply shaken. So he reached out to the boy's family and invited the boy to visit Orfevre, who had just returned from France. Later, Ikezoe recalled that day. I wore my racing uniform and rode Orfevre out to meet him. Orfevre has a habit of biting when people try to pet him, but when the little boy reached out his hand, as if he somehow understood something, he stood completely still, patiently allowing the boy to pet him again and again.
I assume he could sense that the boy was dying. Because I'm pretty sure animals have much higher senses in the sense that they can sense if something's wrong with you, especially when it comes to health. So I do think for him, he realized that the boy wasn't, particularly healthy. Obviously, I think if the boy was healthy, I think he would have tried to bite and make the boy stay away. But I think because Orfevre actually understands and can probably sense, but also smell maybe, the scent of death, basically. And that's probably why he let him touch him.
Truly a tyrant with a soft heart. But reality is always so cruel. That day, Ikezoe made a promise to the boy. As the day of the race drew closer and closer, the darkness falls. The boy's condition still worsened. When Ikezoe heard the boy had passed away, with a crushing sense of hopelessness, he vowed to keep good on that promise. To win the Arima Kinien, a race that symbolized dream.
共に超えようグランプリ有馬記念スタートオルフェーブルのスタートはまずまずというところがすぐに後ろに下げました後ろから4頭目追っつけていくのはゴールド
Always in the back
2頭目最後方にいるのが TM 稲妻ですさあ追っつけて足毛の馬体ダイアン・ムーアとの新コンビゴールドシップが上がっていくオルフェーブルは後ろから3頭目の形になりました池添健一さあ前に行くのは結局ルルーシュかあるいは3番のカレンミロ最後方に相変わらず TM 稲妻
Needs to catch up.
カレンミロティックそして
Oh, there he is.
赤い帽子が少しずつ上がっていくそして初めての対決となるゴールドシップを一気に抜き去っていった
Who?
オルフェーブルいったオルフェーブルいったあと400ラスト
Come on.
オルフェーブル先頭に立つ4コーナーで
Keep going.
さあウィンバリアションが懸命の追い岩手康成が追い上げてくる
Keep going.
3番手争い最後の急坂もなんてことはないこれだこれだメディア気つけようこれがオルフェーブルだ
Yes.
ラストラン優秀の美見事に飾りました
I'm glad that they won
強すぎる
instead of potentially dying on the
こ
racetracks.
れがラストランなんて信じられない
Gosh darn. It's just a shame that the boy couldn't see. But I guess, in a sense, maybe Orfevre was able to sense that he fell. That he needed to win. His name was passed on to the future.
After retirement, Orfevre began a new chapter as a stallion. His children, just like their father, are special. A little too special in fact.
What do you mean?
There are simply too many unique stories among them. Many of them inherited the family tradition, golden spirit, unpredictable,
Whether that's a good thing or not.
but always lovable. If you want to explore their story yourself, they are great hidden gem to be found. Chances are, somewhere in the comment section, someone is already
did the
sharing,
horse-
but beyond their free-spirited nature, if there is one word that truly defines his children, it will be growth. Even if you fall one step behind, perseverance never grows in vain. Take Lucky Lilac for example. Competing in the same era as Amon I, was she really lucky or unlucky? One stood at the very top, only to be defeated again and again afterwards.
Oof,
Her
that's
career
painful.
slipping into a long and painful slump, and in the end, she climbed all the way back to the sun.
Ooh,
Her entire career became a
nice.
story about never giving up.
I guess in a sense, the stories of the horses and their career is something that people can take as lessons for themselves and be inspired. A bit like how people take inspiration and motivation from games, anime, manga, and so forth, right? Or even books. Because I think in the same way, following the horse's career and understanding why they came to be can also be that type of source of inspiration and motivation and life lessons that one can really take and continue to apply to themselves. Whether they actually apply it to themselves or not is a different story, but at the very least, it is always an inspiration to be able to take such stories, understand them, enjoy them, and then internalize the lessons that they, basically teach you. Also, if you're enjoying this so far, then be sure to hit the like and comment below and share my video with a friend to spread the fun. You can also get early access and unedited videos. Or no, not unedited, but full access to all of my content here by joining my squad here on YouTube, along with the podcast for Umamusume.
Then there was Martial Rain, the first Japanese horse to win a foreign G1 on dirt.
Foreign
and inspired the
G1?
future. I still remember reading an article at the time saying, now that the D-Step had been conquered, Japan's next target must surely be the Dubai World Cup and the Breeders' Cup Classic. Looking back
I assume that
today,
didn't happen.
both of those had now been
They have? That means there is a point where they can win the arc. It's just a matter of time.
Was claimed by another son of Orfevre.
Oh.
Back then, because of the success of Martial Rain, many of Orfevre's progeny began transitioning to dirt. Among them was a horse named Ushba Tesoro, a horse no one paid any attention. By the age of 5, he had only 3 career wins before switching to dirt. But from obscurity to the top of the world, all it took was 6 months.
Here comes Ushba Tesoro with a rush on the far outside.
Oh.
Here's to catch. Ushba Tesoro gains in, goes by.
Oh.
Tesoro hits the front.
Going so far in front.
Dubai World Cup for Japan.
Somewhere online, either on YouTube or Nico, I remember a fan who had been supporting Ushba when he was still just a modest horse. His reaction of him winning Dubai World Cup, that excitement was the kind of feeling only the people who lived through it can truly understand. But Ushba is also a charming horse that inherited the most iconic part from his family. This
Which
is what
one?
he looked like during career, and this is what he looks like now after retirement.
So cute.
Even if you
That
begin
one
step behind the other, effort will always find its season to bloom. This is their common theme.
Oh my gosh.
Makes his children unique in their own ways. But
That
these stories
horse.
are for another time. Having
You
said all
okay?
this, I hope I have managed to convey the charm of Orfevre and the emotion he once brought to so many. The reason he was able to capture the Triple Crown in 2011 and became a symbol of hope was because of his overwhelming ability. But great horses will always appear as the time moved forward. What made him a name recognized even by people who don't follow racing in Japan is because the emotion behind this horse had already gone beyond the sport itself, capable of moving the hearts of every generation. They rise, they believe, Hey, remember, wherever the king leads, the hearts of the people will follow. Spread the name of the king and tell them.
Once there's a horse called Orfevre, but only once. I feel like Orfevre, I mean, obviously all the Stay Gold family horses have always been quite charming and quirky in their own way. But I think Orfevre is more of the one that truly brings forth the, wow, this horse is truly the most stable. In terms of like power and showing that power, I do feel like Orfevre is the most stable. Obviously, he has some issues too, but at the very least, he's the most stable compared to the other ones I've seen so far, obviously. Because I think Phenomenal has the most stable personality, right, out of all the Stay Gold children. But but Orfevre, in terms of power, seems to be very consistent, except for like when it really matters, and the idea that he can't go straight is a little bit of an issue. But at the very least, he has the abilities to back it up, right? And I do wonder if the future, if in the future there will be a Stay Gold, not child, but you know, someone with that bloodline will maybe win the arc, because then that would be a full circle, wouldn't it? Because there have been a lot of close calls for the most part for the Stay Gold family. It just hasn't happened yet, I assume. Or if it has, then hooray. But like, I don't think there has been so far. As my memory is kind of blank there, so you guys will have to remind me. But in any case, be sure to click on the playlist right here on the screen if you want to see more videos like this one. And I will look forward to the next in real life lore video that you guys want me to check out on Sponsa. Or, you know, eventually. Since I have Winning Lives I have to get through too. In any case, I'll see you guys later. Bye!